Welcome, everybody, to the Sunshine State's only true sports talk radio show where we focus on the teams and the topics that are important to you, the sports fan in Florida. We are Game On with Bianchi Kravitz. I am Bianchi, Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog. I'm the sports columnist of the Orlando Sentinel. That man right over there is Kravitz, Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media, the prodigy of production, prime time. Jaden Grimes is the executive producer, the man who puts the go into the show. We are coming to you live from Orlando, from Jacksonville, from Tallahassee, and all points in between on the iHeart Radio app and the YouTube machine. Looks like I'm not on the YouTube machine. I may be having some issues, but I will be on the YouTube machine momentarily, Krav.
What's going on over here? The screen is black, or do you have the have the cover over your camera on your laptop?
No, because I can see myself on the bottom of the screen. You just don't have me pulled up for some reason. And I'm
a little John Cena action. You can't see me.
I can see you, but you just can't see me, Krabby. So anyway, we want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. You know what to do. Put on your man pants, put on your big boy britches, and step into the rage cage, if you dare.
The big boy britches.
Yeah, put them on. Get in the rage cage and give us a hot take. We'll play the best of those later in the show. We'll give you a text question later you can respond to as well, or you can just hit us up on the Mills Air text line. That's 50857. We have a lot to talk about, a lot of NBA to talk about. NFL draft coming up tomorrow. Krabs, are you pumped up about that?
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm bummed that we don't have a draft party, but I will always look at the silver lining in any situation, and it's going to be a unique night for me. I have not watched the first round of the draft from the comfort of my couch with nothing to do in over 15 years. So pretty cool. I'm gonna enjoy it. There's a lot of mystery. It's not the biggest names in the world, but I also think that layers in a lot of unpredictability. Outside of Mendoza at 1, does anybody really know what's going to happen in this draft?
I just want to know, who are the Cowboys going to move up? That's what
topic. You know. Oh my God! That's how I know. That's how I know you've been watching First Take today. If
all the debate shows talking about the Cowboys and if they'll move up, and I'm like, who gives a damn about the Cowboys? They haven't been relevant in years, for crying out loud. Anyway, all right, let's get to some highlights and headlines. Game 2 tonight for the Orlando Magic on the road against the top-seeded Pistons. The Magic, of course, the 8th seed. They won Game 1, upset the Pistons. Now comes Game 2, and as Paolo Banchero told his teammates in the locker room after Game 1, do not drink the Kool-Aid. As Nick Saban used to always say, do not eat the rat poison. Here's Paolo explaining his comment about the Kool-Aid.
Just that, we can't overreact to one win, Game 1. It's a long series, and as we all know how the media is, they'll jump back on board. And so just reminding guys, like, don't buy into that. Stay locked in on the mission and don't overreact to one game. We got to come out and do it again.
Kravitz, if a road team goes up 2-0 in a series, they have about an 85% chance of winning said series. If the Magic go up 2-0, would you bet your house that they win this series?
My house? No, I wouldn't bet my house. No, absolutely not. That's way too much. I would bet my back patio. I would bet that. And then if I win, I get like a double the size back patio, built-in outdoor kitchen.
Yeah. Would you bet your new garage door?
I don't know. It's a pretty nice garage door. If Dynamic Garage would put in the new one I'd have to purchase when I lost the old one, then maybe. But I would not do the whole house, but I would bet portions of the house that the Magic would win the series. I feel like they're going to win the series now. If they win tonight, the confidence is going to be sky high because the Magic, you would think, are going to play even better when they're in front of the home fans. The electricity in the building when the team played the Charlotte Hornets in a play-in game was unbelievable. I mean, it was triple more exciting than any regular season game that they had all year. So I can imagine the place is going to be rocking on Saturday. I will be supremely confident if the Magic win tonight.
If you were guessing, who do you think has a better chance of winning a series? The road team that goes up 2-0 or the home team that goes up 2-0?
I would think the better chance of winning the series would be the home team that goes up 2-0.
Right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
I would have thought the road team because they would have already won their games on the road.
Yeah, but the reason is the seeding, because if you go up 2-0 on the road, you're still the inferior team,
right?
In terms of how you got there. So that would be the reason why.
Yeah, the road team wins about 85% of the time when they go up 2-0. The home team wins about 95%.
I would guess that percentage would change considerably when you got down to the Eastern Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals. That if you go up 2-0 and you've stolen 2 games on the road, then your chances would be considerably higher. But in round one, if an 8, see, that's the thing, and that's where I think people are mistaking the Magic and the Pistons when they break down this series. The Magic are not the typical 8 seed. If you see an 8 seed
and
go
the Pistons
up 2-0,
are not, and the Pistons are not the typical 1 seed. If you ask me,
exactly, this really is. If you're being complete, this is not Homer radio. This is as objective as I can say it. Just as an NBA fan, this series is much more like a 4-5 than it is a 1-8.
I would agree. Speaking of the NBA, Florida basketball coach Todd Golden today succinctly shut down reports that he could leave Gainesville for the Golden State Warriors job should Steve Kerr step down as the coach of the Warriors. Golden has ties to the ownership in Golden State from his days as the head coach at the University of San Francisco and from his college playing days at St. Mary's in San Francisco. Here's Golden today shutting down the NBA rumors.
And you're back for sure?
That's an interesting question, Mark. Definitely planning on coaching the Gators.
Definitely planning on coaching the Gators. Kravitz, you said if the Golden State job opened up, he would have to take it. Are you ready to admit just a day later that you were wrong?
No, absolutely not. That job is not available right now, and so he hasn't been offered it. Let's hear how his tune changes when offered the Golden State Warriors job. He didn't say I'm 100% coaching the team. He says I'm planning on it. Okay, sometimes I plan on making dinner, and then I get lazy and order takeout. Plans change. He didn't guarantee anything.
Wow. How about the Tampa Bay Lightning? Look like they may go down 0-2 at home, and then this happens last night.
Moser skates right circle. Moser shoots. The Lightning have tied the series. They win game 2, 3-2 in overtime. This series is tied up, baby.
J.J. Moser. That's what a call should sound like when you win a game in overtime, as the Lightning did, instead of these mealy-mouth calls, guys trying to be professional. No, we want excitement. We want guys, throwing out their voices when they make a call like that. So that was a great call. By the way, Kravitz, it's not even close. The Lightning, without question, are the premier professional sports franchise in the Sunshine State.
They are, but it does feel like they're losing grip of that. But right now, they still are holding the crown. They've got a couple of championships under their belt. They're in the playoffs every year. The fan base is great. It seems like they treat everyone well, so it's hard to argue. They've had a lot more success than anybody else. The Miami Heat are living on reputation at this point, not reality.
Yeah, and the Panthers, my Panthers, didn't even make the NHL playoffs this year.
No, they were a blip. Yeah.
I don't know about a blip, but anyway, Florida State University will award an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters to alumna and entrepreneur Sarah Blakely during their spring commencement ceremonies coming up. at the beginning of the month of May, celebrating her impact as an inventor, philanthropist, and founder of Spanx. Everybody knows what Spanx is. That's that. What is Spanx? It's like the what do they call it? Body shaping apparel. Do you know how she founded Spanx?
It's pantyhose.
No, it's not pantyhose. It's not.
Yes,
pantyhose.
It is. It's body shaping pantyhose.
Well, yeah, she invented. It's like the body suit that you put under your clothes.
I think that's what it turned into. But it started as it was like just a fancy pantyhose.
Yeah, she cut the feet out of her pantyhose to wear under her white pants, and somehow she created Spanx, and she's now a billionaire.
Yeah, I see her on Shark Tank sometimes.
Yeah, here's my hot take on this, though. As far as I know, Sarah Blakely has never been a major contributor to the Florida State athletic program, even though she's a billionaire. By giving her an honorary doctorate degree, this is FSU's way of trying to get Blakely to bail out the debt-ridden athletic department. Huh?
Yeah,
is that cynical?
Could you take your pantyhose and let us get rid of Mike Norvell, please? Is that what they're doing?
That's my theory.
Well, you know what?
Why are they waiting till now to give her an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters?
Florida State's football jersey, the pants and the jersey are going to be presented by Spanx coming up next season. That's a smart move. You always want to butter up the billionaires that have graduated from your program.
Absolutely. Those are your highlights. Those are your headlines.
That's why I only get about one call a year from UCF. Okay, we just haven't reached that level yet. Coming up next, which NBA team with the unlikely dubs in round one is the most likely to pull off the upset? We'll get to that next.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Fun. That's fun. Enter it now.
Baseball bets before lunch hits harder than a turkey sub over on Hard Rock Bet. I'm sweating an Orioles-Royals game right now. The Orioles just went down by 1 run, but we will live to fight another day if this one doesn't go our way. I live bet the Blazers last night the moment that Victor Wembanyama went into the locker room. Callous maybe, but those situations are huge opportunities for folks on the Hard Rock Bet app. If you spot a moment that you think is worth cashing in on, hop in. A favorite goes down big, you think they're going to come back, or an underdog looks poised for an upset, make a profit off of it over on Hard Rock Bet by downloading the app today. You can also bet these home run props that are sweeping the nation. Aaron Judge popping off, Shohei Ohtani, you can bet those guys. They're as sure a bet as you're going to find in the home run market. NBA series adjustments have been levied as well. The Magic plus 155 to beat the Pistons in round one as far as the totality of the series, or you can just dive in to tonight's game. I really like betting the Paolo Banchero over field goals made at 7.5 prop that he's just been cashing on for the last 3 years. Join the sports betting revolution online by downloading the app today. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
If you follow sports, you know one thing. Great defense wins games and championships. Likewise, when it comes to protecting my family, I want the best defensive line available. That's why I put Burton Smart Home and Security Systems in charge of my family's safety. They've been protecting homes and businesses in Central Florida for over 25 years. They built a custom system around my home and installed everything: encrypted HD cameras, motion sensors, door sensors, smoke monitoring, and full smart home integration. Now I can control everything from my phone: cameras, locks, alarm, even the thermostat, whether I'm across town or across the country. And right now, you can get a free doorbell camera with their video package. Perfect for stopping those package-stealing porch pirates. Call 407-349-4040 or visit bhssecurity.com and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. License number EF200001584, because when it comes to your family, defense wins championships.
There's a crash getting cleared up on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to State Road 50. The off-ramp center lanes are blocked there. Look out for a crash on Alafaya Trail eastbound at I-4. The left turn lane's blocked. Major roadways are getting busy, but there's no serious accidents slowing you down just yet. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Burger King. Burger King has been working on the Whopper, and thanks to you, it's never tasted better. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce, and a perfectly toasted bun. Whether it's been weeks or years, come try the Whopper again for only $3.99 on Whopper Wednesday. Terms apply. Visit bk.com/terms.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown, Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
For all the things you have to do and places you need to be, let Uber take you there. Because there are nights out, airport trips, and car troubles in your area, there are drivers in your area. Uber. Request a ride today. Wait time varies. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. For instance, imagine you're a family of interstellar beings traveling to expand your horizons. You find a hotel with out-of-this-world balcony views. Seeing is believing. There's rooms service so your kids can nibble in its all in their as Earth's most sophisticated technology. A slipper. So cozy. If curious aliens can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Listen to 96.9 The Game in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game on iHeart Radio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
You just testified under oath you're getting more fiber in your diet, and it was easy. Where is this additional fiber coming from?
Mira Fiber Gummies.
Objection!
It's true. Mira Fiber has 8 grams of fiber to help me get the fiber I need in a day, plus 4 B vitamins for metabolism support, all in one serving.
Overruled.
My gut rests its case.
Oh, that's my line.
Find Mira Fiber today at your local retailer from the makers of Miralax. Mira Fiber supports metabolism of carbs, fats, and proteins. Serving size is 4 gummies.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
The 2026 NFL Draft, your team's chance to find the next big star.
With the first pick.
And iHeart has you covered with the official slate of NFL podcasts.
Hi, it's Greg Rosenthal with NFL Daily. Join me and draft experts as we get you ready for all the action from Pittsburgh.
Dive deep into the world of draft boards, top picks, and even the late round sleepers.
Just open the free iHeart app and search NFL for all the rest of the NFL's official podcast.
iHeart Radio.
969thegame.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place. No stress about threading that timeline needle. Sounds pretty much perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell your old one later. I wish I knew about this when my wife and I moved out to Longwood 2 years ago. Orchard gives you cash so that you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. That was the toughest part. It felt like we didn't get top dollar for our old house because we were in such a rush to move. That's not optimizing your number one investment. But with Orchard, their experts make that process seamless. They handle repairs on your new home so that you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation today. That's Orchard.com, your first move towards your new home.
Hurricane season is coming, but this year, getting ready is going to feel a whole lot different. Join us May 2nd for Storm Prep Live, a family-friendly hurricane prep party that takes the stress out of staying safe. Bring the whole crew and experience kid-friendly games and activities, live hurricane safety demos, interactive booths to help protect your home, family, pets, and property, plus music, food, and a party vibe all day long. Meet your favorite local TV and weather personalities. Check out the Touch a Truck display with real emergency and storm response vehicles. Experience the Hurricane Wind Simulator. And don't miss your chance to win big with raffles and giveaways all event long, including a generator. There's even pet adoptions, a special needs registry, and free hurricane drink cups while supplies last. Whether you're new to Florida or a seasoned pro prep, Storm Prep Live gives you the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence to face hurricane season while actually having a fun time doing it. Storm Prep Live, Saturday, May 2nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City of Lake Mary City Hall Complex. Get more details at realradio.fm/prep.
The UCF Knights play here. Catch every game right here on 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the iHeart Radio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
What is going on in the NBA playoff? My goodness gracious. The underdog road a statement. Last night, the 76ers beat the Celtics. The Trailblazers rally past the Spurs, and even though they weren't the road team, the shorthanded Lakers go up 2-0 on the Rockets last night. The Trailblazers, to make matters worse for the Spurs, did you see the tumble that Victor Wembanyama took? I mean, my God, that was scary.
Ooh, yeah, Mike, I was watching it when it happened, and the second he hit the ground and his eyes closed, I said it out loud to my TV as if I had a whole room full of people listening. That man ain't coming back. That was nasty.
Yeah, his jaw slammed into the floor. His head bounced off the ground. As you mentioned, he went to sleep momentarily. Here was the call from last night on it.
Watch as Victor goes down in his head. Now watch the eyes. I'm not sure if his face hit first on the floor as he went down. Oh, he's dazed. Dazed, yeah. He is dazed.
Yeah, he struggled to get back up. He did not return after the injury, and we don't know how long he's going to be out. Concussion protocol. He could be out multiple games, though. I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, Kravitz, but no matter how long he's out, I'm willing to bet the NBA will make sure that somehow, some way, the Spurs win this series and get the new face of the league in the second round.
I mean, that's what they'll want, but I mean, you'd have to be a hell of a conspiracy theorist to say that they're just going to go out of their way to do that. Maybe I could get on board with if it's close, the calls go the way of the Spurs, but if the Blazers just dominate the rest of the series, then there's nothing the NBA can do unless they want to go full Chicago Black Sox on it. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Let's keep in mind, the Spurs had plenty of games without Wemby. I think he missed like 18 games during the regular season. They were 12-6 without him. They're still a really good team. I mean, last night when he left the game, they went on a 20-8 run. The Blazers just played a phenomenal game, and that was a Scoot Henderson coming out party. The Blazers were so good last night, they might have won the game if Wemby was playing the rest of the night. I think the Spurs still win the series, but definitely a tighter race now without Victor Wembanyama. I think he's going to miss 2 games. That's my guess.
And what about the Lakers? My God, they're playing without Luka, without Austin Reeves, and they're up 2-0. Kevin Durant comes back last night for the Rockets. The Lakers still end up winning the game. Marcus Smart was all over Kevin Durant last night. Not only did Marcus Smart score 25 points, 5 3-pointers, he was the main guy on Durant, and Durant scored just 3 points in the second half, had a career playoff high 9 turnovers. Marcus Smart and the Lakers defense were all over the Rockets last night. Luka and Austin Reeves, Krabs, are both defensive liabilities. Dare we say the Lakers might be better in this series with a more defensive-minded team on the court.
They might be. This might be LeBron James Monet, and he has had some beauties throughout the course of his career. But the fact that he is making Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart look like all-stars around him, this is all because of what LeBron James creates. This is the most absurd stat that I could come up with. This is from NBA.com. His averages, LeBron James averages over 2 games, 23.5 points, 8 rebounds, 10 assists. There's only one other player that has done that 35 years or older, and he's done it twice, and he's the same person. It's LeBron James. LeBron did it in 2023. LeBron did it in 2020. That's the only guy that's ever done it. He's now done it 3 times since turning 35 years old. He is absurd, and I wrote them off without Luka and without Austin Reeves, and I feel like the Rockets might come back in this series, whatever. I still will say that egg all over my face and anybody else that wanted to doubt LeBron James and instead put your faith in a team that has shown 0 signs of life on offense all year, and Kevin Durant, who is a playoff shrinker, not a playoff riser.
Yeah. That's the difference between LeBron and Kevin Durant. LeBron makes those around him better. Kevin Durant makes those around him maybe worse. I don't know.
Yeah, all the basketball people that I was listening to today, all they could say was that Kevin Durant really struggled in finding his teammates and beating double teams. When you're Kevin Durant, when you're LeBron James, if you talk about the Magic, Paolo Banchero, Cade Cunningham with the Pistons, you have to be able to beat the double team. That means that you score through it or you're able to effectively pass out of it. And one way, just by looking at the stat line, you don't even have to watch the game to necessarily know this. The guy who's seeing the double teams, if he has a ton of turnovers, that means he's not beating it because the opposing defense is getting what they want out of the guy, and Kevin Durant had 9 of them.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Our boy J.J. Redick is coaching circles around Ime Udoka.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach. Huh? He did a really good job. This is not a team that should be elite defensively. And while the Rockets have questions on offense, the Lakers have been a good defense for about a month plus now. And that is largely attributed to coaching because they don't have the personnel for it. So J.J. Redick turned out to be a hell of a coach.
Yeah. The Celtics just missed their threes last night. I don't think Philly has a chance of beating Boston, but they did win game 2 last night. Of all the underdogs that have won thus far in the first 2 games of the playoffs, the Magic, the Sixers, the Blazers, and on down the list, who do you give the best chance of actually winning their series?
I think it's the Magic. I mean, I've obviously come across like quite the homer in saying that, but I think the difference between the Magic and the Pistons was not that big to begin with. And now that the Magic already have a game on Detroit, I think it's the Magic. I think right after that, a very close second would be the Blazers because of the injury status of Victor Wembanyama.
You're not including the Lakers in this discussion.
So I still think the Rockets are going to win the series, but I mean, I'm not ultra confident about it. They're down 0-2, but I'm with you. Philadelphia, forget about it. I think that was a fun night for them, but I don't think that's going to be all that repeatable. So my answer is the Magic. What's your answer?
I'll say the Magic too. Here's a stat for you. Over the last 6 postseasons, home teams have won only 58% of the playoff games. In the 15 previous seasons, they won 69%.
Okay.
So what's the I don't know why that is recently, but road teams are winning a lot more in the NBA.
You know what that means? Time to bet the road dogs. More Game On coming your way right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
In sports, home field advantage can make all the difference, except in the NBA playoffs. For drivers across Central Florida, the hometown dealership advantage belongs to Don Mealy Chevrolet out there in Claremont. The dealership began more than 50 years ago when Don Mealy moved his family from Maryland to Central Florida to start a business based on integrity, service, and relationships. Today, his son, Jay Mealy, carries on that tradition. The dealership still operates like a family business, and Jay even provides customers his personal email address so they can contact him directly. When it comes to trucks, the reputation speaks for itself. For 50 years, Don Mealy Chevy has been your truck headquarters, and it is Truck Month where drivers can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado RST featuring Chevy's efficient yet powerful 3-liter Duramax diesel engine designed for tough jobs and long drives. Looking for something that fits the whole family? Take a look at the Chevy Equinox EV SUV and enjoy savings of more than $15,000. How good is that? And just think about the fuel bills. You don't have any. Wow. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet today or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
4 matches left in the regular season, and the Orlando Valkyries need your support. They'll be at home on Thursday, the 23rd, and May 1st as we wrap up the regular season schedule, and the team makes that final push towards the playoffs to defend their crown. Check them out on social as well to get to know the team. Watch the heart-pounding highlights at ORL Valkyries is how you can find them. And if you haven't been to a match yet, first one's on me. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and I'll get you in the door. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team, and we'll see you at the arena. Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so that you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves, none of that silly, funny business. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, local Orchard agents list and sell your home for top dollar. Orchard's First Move program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and then sell your home at a later date. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Go to orchard.com to get your free home valuation today. That's orchard.com.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast. It's quick. The setup was so easy. It took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each. $30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bat calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers only at Starbucks.
Veterans and active duty service members, when your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
Trust is earned. That's why I've stuck with Straight Talk. Same price since 2009 on Verizon's 5G network. Because shoot, anyone can make a promise. Keeping it for years, that means something.
Now plans starting at $25 a month with 4 lines. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Same price claim applies only to the base monthly price of our $45 plan from October 2009 to present.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpest.com.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Wednesday forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another beautiful day with a partly to mostly sunny sky and very comfortable temperatures. We'll have dry conditions with low humidity and highs only reaching the upper 70s and low 80s. Plan for a high of 80 degrees today in Orlando. We'll heat things up, though, as we head into the weekend. Highs will be back into the mid-80s by Friday before we approach the 90s just in time for the weekend. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
It's Car Care Month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, underhood, and more. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
Wednesday, it's Game 2 from the Motor City as the Magic continue their first-round series with the Detroit Pistons. Our coverage begins at 6:30 with Magic tonight. Tip time is 7 p.m. Catch every exciting minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I'm charged up. I'm ready. Cannot wait to see how tonight's game goes. Game 2, Magic Pistons. I'll have your pregame coverage starting at 6:30 on FM 96.9 The Game in Orlando and across the Magic Audio Network. And then Jake Chapman with tip-off at 7. Marry those feeds, your stream with your iHeart stream. You will not regret it. Pro tip right there. Need some motivation in your life? Let's hit it.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
And today's quote, Mike, is about our favorite and the most important 4-letter word in the English dictionary, love. The quote is this: I know I have found love because my reality is finally better than my dreams. Dr. Seuss. ever heard of him? That's a beautiful, beautiful quote. I also found one that said, love is blind, but marriage is a real eye-opener. So our text question today is about love and the pursuit of it. What is the dumbest thing that you've ever done in pursuit of that 4-letter word, love? And to lead us into this wonderful topic, Jaden Grimes, would you please remind us yet again, set the stage with what you did years ago for a girl in your life?
Young Jaden Grimes, 2 years ago. Went to college for a lady all the way in Lake County, Lake Sumner Community College. Mind you, I live right next to Disney, so it's about an hour commute there and back every day. And I went to college for this girl. We broke up 2 weeks into the semester. Then I started skipping all my classes so I can hang out with her, trying to build up the relationship. And now we don't talk, and I dropped out of college, and I'm producing a radio show.
You know, you're producing the best sports talk radio show in the state of Florida.
That's right.
So you had no plans to go to college at all? You just decided
I had no clue what I wanted to do with my life. And I was like, oh, she's going to college. She wants me to go to college. Sure.
So part of it was probably he wanted to impress her by being a college guy when he didn't actually want to do that himself.
Yeah. I didn't want to be a bum.
Well, not to be mean, but like Lake Sumter Community College, not exactly going to Yale here,
Mikey, that was the best I could do, all right?
It's the Yale of Sumter County, Mike, okay?
Lake County. Sumter.
There's no way Bianchi doesn't have some wild story about sitting outside of someone's apartment.
I do have that, but I'm more interested in Jaden Grimes. I want to ask him. I want to ask him a couple other questions. So, were you guys like? She was your high school girlfriend?
Yeah. We dated for like 2 years. She's my high school sweetheart, my first love.
So, how did she end up at Lake Sumter
So she moved away from Winter Garden and moved over back to Leesburg, back over to Lake County. Yeah, and I followed, man. I followed.
Did she? Where is she in her college journey? Is she graduating?
She's about to be a nurse, or I think so. Close to it.
This worked out well for her.
Yeah, for both of us. Ultimately, I kind of $30,000 down the hole.
Do you still have a thing for her?
You're gonna get me in trouble here, Mikey.
Yeah, he definitely does. It's either a hard no or a hard yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna get me in trouble. I don't know who's listening.
I don't know. Do you think that she wants Orlando Storm tickets? Because we've got a few that we can give away.
If they're from me, probably not.
She's the reason why we have this text message or text question today. So if she wants,
maybe that's how I rebound in.
Yeah, tell her, hey, family 4-pack. You could even bring me if you want to. That's how you could invite her to the game. You can get the VIP. We can get you a VIP experience, Jaden.
Yo, you
want to go on the field and start really swinging it around a little bit.
I can post it on the socials too, let everyone know how it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this could work out.
That really is. That's much more pathetic than any story I have.
Yeah, all of my stories are like, and Mike, you're probably the same way because we're both similar idiots. Where a lot of them were impulsive. They're more impulsive decisions of like something I did in a moment to try and corral love rather than a major life decision. Like I'm going to move to a different place or drive an hour every day. I've never done anything like that. I did. The one that pops into my head was I started dating this girl. This was, we went on maybe 2 dates and then she invited me to a play that she's in. And this was not on Broadway, okay? And so I said, I'm going to impress her, and I'm going to go. And it was so bad. I was like sitting there going, what in the world have I gotten myself into? So I think going to a play has to be towards the top of my list.
Well, later in the show, I'll tell you guys a story about how I almost got shot with a gun over a woman.
And you say you haven't done anything close to me? You almost got killed.
That wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the guy of the girl. College girl.
That's how you know you're in love, when you're willing to die for it.
And in fact, It was at another community college, St. John's River Community College.
I'm noticing a theme
Club.
here, okay?
Yeah.
You go to community college, you make dumb love decisions. Go to college, kids. The 4-year one. Up next, your texts, your talkbacks. We want to hear from you right here on Game On after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
A lot of us blowing hot air around here, but one thing that you don't want blowing hot air is your AC unit. And that's why you got to give Mills Air a call. Those unexpected breakdowns pop up when you least expect it. So you got to get ahead of these things. But look, repairs, all of those things are going to happen. It's just part of life as being a homeowner. And if you want to enter the club of cool customers, there's one way to do it. That's to call the folks at Mills Air. Heating, cooling, installation, and maintenance. Whether your AC is barely hanging on or it's completely tapped out, Mills Air can get you back to feeling crisp, cold, comfortable, and they'll do it fast. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159 and online at millsair.com, and you could be their next cool customer.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Now, if you love golf like I do, this place is special. Mission Resort is home to 2 championship courses. I love El Campeon, the Champion, founded in 1917 and one of the most historic and challenging courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But listen, it's not just about golf. We're talking tennis, pickleball, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or grab an incredible meal at one of their on-site restaurants. And coming up, don't miss their Mother's Day Grand Brunch Buffet. Chef carving stations, made-to-order omelets, fresh seafood, incredible entrees, and a dessert spread that will blow you away. Oh, I'm already hungry. For brunch reservations, hotel stays, and tea times, visit missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
There's a couple accidents to look out for this afternoon on I-4 westbound at the beach line. The left lane's blocked on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Colonial Drive. I believe 2 right lanes are blocked there. The ramp from Florida's Turnpike to State Road 429. The off-ramp right lane's blocked. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Fresh from Florida.
You can depend on Florida farmers. Our farm is where we live and work. It's where we raise our families and provide for yours. When you shop for Florida-grown fruits and vegetables, look for local. Choose Fresh from Florida, the homegrown brand of Florida farmers.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at Progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
I guess, going into International Diamond Center and them getting to know me personally and finding out that I am a nurse, a first responder, they offered a gracious discount, so definitely helped with my purchase.
Meet Crystal Caban, Air Force veteran and now critical care nurse. She's happily wearing several pieces of jewelry from IDC.
Knowing that I'm not coming in to spend a lot of money, just knowing that they're supportive with the first responders and getting a discount really helped entice me in making my purchase.
At IDC, we roll out the red carpet for heroes in uniform like Crystal every day, with personalized service and a 15% discount over and above IDC's everyday unbeatable price.
I felt so warmed and welcomed, and that's just what kept us coming back again and again.
Are you a first-time responder or veteran? Join Crystal and countless others who've made International Diamond Center their home for jewelry.
Hi, I'm Crystal Caban. I would highly recommend International Diamond Center to any first responder.
International Diamond Center.
They will absolutely take care of you. I promise you that.
3 convenient Orlando locations.
Out here, we hear your speed before we see you. Wind that rocks us.
Cars drifting toward us.
This isn't just a road. It's our workplace. Slow down.
Keep your distance.
Stay focused. Your choices matter.
Let's get everyone home safely.
Learn more about the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative at WorkZoneSafetyFL.com.
If you want your windows blaring wings, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with Factory Direct Impact Windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
Taco Bell turned Diablo sauce into a dust, and they're dusting the new Diablo dusted crispy chicken nuggets in it. A brand new classic, only at Taco Bell. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time and while supplies last.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game, sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I love you guys. Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
Autism isn't just one thing. It's many things. Autism is recognizing our strengths and not being defined by our struggles. It's meeting challenges, big and small, and inspiring a more equitable and inclusive future. Autism is being accepted and loved for exactly who we are. For resources and to support our mission, go to autismsociety.org. The Autism Society of America, celebrating 60 years.
Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
4-pack of Orlando Storm tickets up for grabs for this weekend's game that will go on right after the Magic take on the Pistons in Game 3 at Kia Center. If you want to win, you can win on the text line. Dumbest thing you've ever done in pursuit of love. But if you really want to win, if you want that fast pass to winning, go ahead and leave us a talk back. Enter the Rage Cage. Tap that microphone icon and let it fly. Do it just like our good friend Trey did.
I wish I could claim this as my own, and I would if it was. It's that pathetic. In the early 2000s, we went to the post office and we're waiting in line like you used to have to do, and there was this girl in front of us who was an absolute knockout. Turned a lot of heads that day when she was in there. My friend didn't have the gall to talk to her, so instead he memorized the label on her return address and sent her a letter. Unfortunately, she never responded.
Oh, that is awkward. I thought he was going to end up with a restraining order. I thought that's how that was going to end.
Wow.
That is pretty. That's next level creepy right there. I was thinking about another one. So I picked up a maintenance job. I was dating this girl, and it was my first girlfriend in college. and she lived at this apartment complex where some of my other friends lived over there too. So I was over there a lot, whether it was to be with her or to be with my friends. And then we broke up, and I broke up with her, but I then wound up as more the heartbroken one because I tried to get her back and she had already moved on. So her apartment complex was hiring for maintenance work over the summer, and I, who can't do anything beyond change a light bulb, I applied for the job and got it. And so I then was just working in the neighborhood.
That's
I needed the money, so it wasn't just for her, but there was like, it was like a side dish of like, maybe she'll see me caulking a bathtub and she'll be interested.
At least my ex was willingly hanging out with me while I was skipping class. Jesus.
That's not the worst. That's not the worst part. The worst part is that at one point I'm working on one of these apartments, and basically my job was when one of the college students moved out of their apartments, I would go in and just repair the little nooks and crannies of the apartment. And I would have to make notes of like what needed major. I would do the minor stuff, and then I would make notes and then submit it to the front office of what major, if like the carpet was ruined and things that I couldn't do, which was the list was pretty long. And then one time I'm working an apartment that's near hers, and I see her open the door and a guy walks out, and I was just gutted. So what did I do?
Quit.
I ran after his truck. I didn't catch it because he was in a car and I was on foot. But
you're like a dog chasing a car.
Like, I'm gonna get you.
God,
that was the most pathetic. And I don't know at what point I stopped running, but at some point the reality set in that this is pretty pathetic. This was pretty pathetic. But I wound up making a lot of money, and then I bought an expensive wallet with the money. I was so excited that I finally had money in my bank account. So I went and I bought a fancy wallet at the Millennium Mall and left it in my cup holder, went into the gym, and it got stolen. So most of the money that I made from this endeavor wound up getting taken out of my car. So
you made enough money to buy a new wallet?
Wow. A nice wallet, Mike. It was a Burberry wallet.
Well, later in the show, I'll tell you about the time I almost got shot.
Yeah,
got a gun pulled on me.
If that doesn't keep you around until deep into the 4:00 hour, I don't know what will. Somebody said, "My gosh, Brandon, that's one of the most embarrassing things I've ever heard a man say out loud. This is one I would have kept to myself." Someone said, "I missed the text question. What is it?" It is the dumbest things that you've done in pursuit of love. I was young and stupid, okay? I've learned my lesson, and I'm happily married now, and I wouldn't want this woman back if she came a-begging, okay? Well, we all have our weak moments. Someone says Bianchi needs to work on his reads. He tries too hard. Mike, they say you try too hard. You're selling the goods. I love your reads.
My reads?
Yeah, your reads. The ad reads.
I'm trying too hard. I try hard for my client.
That's right. We will always push for the people that we're selling for. Keep texting in. Someone said physical or emotional. Either one. We'll take either one.
Doesn't matter. We're looking more for pathetic, like Jaden Grimes enrolling in a community college an hour away.
I'd even tell the worst part about it.
You did it?
What?
I saved it.
Can you tell it in 20 seconds?
I cannot.
Oh, come on.
Classic radio tease.
Oh, we got two. We have something more embarrassing than enrolling in a community college to go and then not going to class to chase the woman you love.
So much worse.
And Bianchi had a gun held to him. And that's worse? I took a maintenance job, and you guys are beating me. This is terrible. Text in 50857. Leave us a talk back. We're talking NBA in 60 seconds.
Nick has a serious condition, an uncontrollable obsession with the NBA. League Pass is always on, the notebook is always full, and if you bring up a pick and roll, you might be here for a while. He's Nick Whalen from RotoWire.com.
Our favorite hoop head in the continental U.S. joins us live right now. Nick Whalen from RotoWire.com. You can also catch him on Sirius XM's Fantasy Sports Channel and VSiN, the sports betting network. My favorite listens on the way into the studio. Nick, I saw that your basement was flooded. In the picture that you shared, I just see a chair and a single TV in an empty room. It looked like you were taken hostage by somebody who really likes watching the National Basketball Association.
Yeah, I felt the need to put that out there. Kind of one of those, like, rate my setup type of situations, where it's like, the meme of the single guy at an apartment where the TV's on the floor, there's one chair, and that's it. My basement has been pretty much dismantled over the last couple of days. Had a little water coming in over the weekend, but as I tweeted, I had to call up a journeyman recliner from AAA to be my spot last night. We were still able to watch all the games, and nothing's going to get in the way of watching playoff basketball, man.
Absolutely. And I wouldn't mind being taken hostage if the hostage taker let me watch Spurs Blazers. I think that would be an ideal setup. So we saw, speaking of that game, we saw Victor Wembanyama take quite the spill last night. Thought there was no chance that he would come back after smacking his head on the hardwood the way that he did. So no surprise there. But do you give the Blazers a very real shot to win this series now with Wemby out, presumably at least 2 games?
Well, that's the thing. I think if the answer is just yes or no, do you give the Blazers a chance to win the series? I think it has to be yes, because we just don't know how much time Wembanyama is going to miss. Now, Game 3 is on Friday night. Game 4 is on Sunday. So you don't get the 2-day break between those 2 games. Obviously, if Portland can win even one of those, we'll have ourselves a sprint to the finish over those final 3 games. And then looking ahead, you have Game 5 on Tuesday, Game 6 on Thursday, and Game 7, if necessary, would be next Saturday, May 2nd. So at no point the rest of the series do you get a multi-day break. That's just kind of a tough scheduling quirk as far as it goes for the Spurs. But, you've been in this business long enough, Brandon. You just never know with a concussion, right? That you can't look back at other data and say, oh, well, this guy had a hamstring and he missed this much time. It's a very individual injury. Obviously, when it's someone as important as Wembanyama, you're not going to rush it back. I think it is still important to note, though, that San Antonio could win the series without Wembanyama. And in fact, the Spurs are 1.5-point favorites in Portland on Friday night.
You want to wax poetic for a moment on Scoot Henderson? Where did this outside shot come from? I thought this was just like Russell Westbrook 2.0.
I thought so too, man. I have not been a Scoot guy. We got a lot of questions about him, in the fantasy space at RotoWire because he missed the first 2/3 of the season. Some people have been stashing him, and my advice was basically like, I don't want to deal with it. I think he's going to be really inefficient, and for the most part, that was the case on and off. At the end of the regular season, but something has clicked in this series. I mean, you could argue, I think, especially given the stage, that was pretty easily the best game of his career last night in that win for the Blazers. 31 points in 38 minutes, 11 of 17 from the field. Importantly, only turned the ball over twice. He's now 7 of 13 from beyond the arc in this series. And, Henderson has shot it maybe a little bit better than you would think from 3 over the last 2 years. He's just over 35%, which is a market improvement from where we thought he would be. But this is a guy who is, he missed so much time, and with how the other guys in that draft class have performed, we kind of just cast him aside, assumed he would be a bust, and forgot, the kind of prospect that he was coming out.
Nick, obviously we're interested in the Magic. They blow out Charlotte in the play-in game. They win Game 1 in Detroit against the top-seeded Pistons. Are you buying the Magic right now?
Guys, we say it every week. I cannot figure this team out. And, I should have known, right? When the entire world, including myself, was on the Hornets to win that play-in game, we should have known the Magic would come out with arguably their best game of the year and then turn around with an even more impressive game, I thought, on Sunday against Detroit. I'm buying the Magic as far as giving the Pistons a run in this series. That was a concerning enough Game 1 for me from Detroit, where you look at what Orlando did. It's not like this was some sort of best case scenario. Oh, we shot we made 22 threes, and there was just no way we were going to lose this game. Like, Orlando played well, but they didn't play a perfect game. To me, it was more about Detroit's limitations offensively, Detroit not being able to get Jalen Duren going, he can't be a minus 21 in 33 minutes and be dramatically outplayed by Wendell Carter. So I think, I wouldn't necessarily expect Orlando to come out and win by double digits tonight. There's a reason the spread is where it is. We expect Detroit to play better. But I thought a lot of what Orlando did in game one was pretty repeatable. Sometimes you get those games, like even Boston last night, they lose by double digits as a 13.5-point favorite. Well, they went like 13 of 60 from three or whatever it was. You're going to lose games like that when you're so 3-point reliant. But I thought Orlando kind of beat the Pistons at their own game.
Also, I was reading the stat this morning. So over the last 6 postseasons, home teams have won only 58% of playoff games. In the 15 years before that, they'd won 69% of the time. What do you think has changed, if anything?
Yeah, that's an interesting stat. It's hard to say off the top of my head. I guess. Maybe the first thing that comes to mind is this. Some of the strength of some of these lower seeded teams. I think you have a lot more series that feel like toss-ups that don't end in sweeps. I think we have so much talent around the league right now, and that probably started 5 or 6 years ago, where you don't just get very often these series, especially if it's a 2-7 or a 3-6, where you just see a total walkover, and you still get that in the 1-8 every now and then, especially in Phoenix OKC, for instance. But I just think you have a lot of parity around the NBA right now. We're kind of past the super team era. We're past this era where it felt like there's only 1, maybe 2 teams in each conference that could win the NBA finals. And I think we're just going into a lot of these series feeling like they're kind of coin flip games, even if the spread numbers might not reflect that. I don't know if I would read too far into it, though, as far as are the fans falling off? Are the fans not where they used to be a decade ago?
Right.
I'm not sure that's the case.
Also, what do you make of the Lakers up 2-0 against the Rockets? Marcus Smart was unbelievable last night. The Lakers defense has been incredible. Luka and Austin Reeves not there, but they're both sort of defensive liabilities. Could we say that the Lakers just play better defense without those guys?
Unquestionably. Does that make the Lakers a better team without those two? No, of course not. But I think that's one of the clear takeaways from these first 2 games. One is Houston just has no offense. And even having Kevin Durant back out there last night didn't seem to matter. Still shot 40% from the field. Durant turned it over 9 times. He didn't really help the situation. But you're right. I mean, we haven't seen the Lakers play this level of defense in a really long time. You got guys who are completely bought in. I think everybody's on the same page right now. And it's interesting because we've seen teams set up like this throughout LeBron's career. Obviously, he's played with a ton of talented future Hall of Famers, but it does seem like these times when it's LeBron and everybody else. Put some shooters around him, give him a big man, give him a flamethrower like Luke Kennard. He finds a way to make it work. I think when Luka and Reeves are out there, there's a little bit more of a hierarchy. Luka himself is so ball dominant. LeBron even has a hard time playing off the ball. Like I think the way the Lakers are operating right now, it's just really clear what everybody needs to do. Guys are buying into their role. Like you said, Marcus Smart stepping up with 5 threes last night. And it feels like we're back in 2018 where like LeBron is trying to dunk from the free throw line 2 minutes into the game. He's throwing down, double clutch reverses in traffic in the half court, and they're spreading it out, and he's feeding wide open looks to Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura, and Marcus Smart. I did not think this would work for the LA Lakers. I'm still not even convinced that they win this series, by the way. We'll see when things shift to Houston. And the pricing on this series is very interesting, guys. Lakers have won both of these games pretty handily. They're only minus 135 to win the series. Rockets still plus 115.
Yeah, and historically, you go up 2-0, and you are in a major driver's seat, but the Rockets were just such heavy favorites coming in that I think the books don't want to over-adjust. Yeah. We're talking to Nick Whalen from RotoWire.com. 2 things for you on tonight's games. More likely scenario, the Suns win by 40 let me rephrase that. The Thunder win by 40 or the Suns win the game.
Oh, man. I'm sorry. I was like, man, the Suns winning by 40.
I think the Sun has a better chance of extinguishing tonight out in the Galaxy rather than the Suns winning by 40.
So it's OKC to win by 40 or the Suns win straight up.
Yep.
I think it's OKC winning by 40. To be honest, the math would probably say it's the Suns straight up. I would have to check the betting numbers on that. I mean, the number's up to 17.5. We closed.
So I've actually checked this. It's not that different.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. It's up to OKC, right? It's like if they wanted to win by 40, I think they could win by 40. We saw what they could do when they lock in defensively, like they did in game one. If they were like, hey, we're playing SGA, we're playing Chet, we're playing Jalen Williams 48 minutes, yeah, they could do that because I don't know how Phoenix scores in this series, guys. That this is the one where, obviously last night we saw some of these series completely flip after some blowouts in game one. Not everyone is going to be a 35-point result in favor of OKC. The Suns will make it closer, but with some of these other series, you can kind of squint and say, all right, yeah, BJ Edgecombe, Paul George, they could do more for Philly. Like, who steps up for the Suns? This series is going to be so tough for Devin Booker and Jalen Green. OKC has like 4 or 5 all defense caliber guys they can throw at those two. And then you look around and it's like, do you want Dylan Brooks shooting it 22 times? Probably not. Everyone else in that rotation is either a catch and shoot guy or they have no offensive game. They might not have Mark Williams. They might not have Grayson Allen tonight. I think this is another spot where the Suns probably don't get to 100 points. Team total was 98.5 last time I checked.
Yeah, I would think I would take the under on that. And 30 seconds or less, your prediction, Magic Pistons game 2.
Pistons win, Magic cover. I will say Detroit wins the game 110 to 106.
Yep. Tend to agree with that assessment. Rotowire.com is where you can find his work, the great Nick Whalen. Go enjoy that solo chair basement, my friend. Glad everything worked out.
Can't wait to get back down there tonight, boys. Thanks for having me.
Coming up next, we enter our own rage cage. I need to talk about a cheapo in the sports world. Don't go anywhere.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, media. That's media. Enter it now.
It's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Florida weather doesn't just play 4 quarters. It takes you into overtime. Heat, humidity, storm season, it's relentless. So your windows better have endurance. Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are engineered specifically for Florida homes. Their exclusive Fibrex material is twice as strong as vinyl, built to last without cracking, warping, or fading. They're also impact rated to withstand flying debris during storms and tested in extreme weather conditions. That means real protection when you need it most, and an excellent insulation that helps lower energy bills and keeps your home comfortable year-round. I'm telling you, it's the complete package. And let's not forget noise reduction, because when the wind is howling outside, you want peace and quiet inside. Windows should not be disposable. They should stand the test of time. That's the difference of renewal by Anderson. And right now, they're in you get 40 off and was down 0 payments and 0 grade. So hurry. This offer ends April 30th. Restrictions do apply whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or in Jacksonville. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule for, your complimentary in-home consultation. That's license number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Anderson, where comfort meets quality.
For over 40 years, Gomez Plumbing has built a reputation for reliable service and honest workmanship. Whether it's a simple repair, a leaky faucet, clogged drain, or a complete whole home remodel, or new construction, no project is too big or too small. My wife and I asked the Facebook and the community for some suggestions for the plumber when we moved out to Longwood, and the first and most frequent name that popped up was Gomez Plumbing, and boy was my community right. Very few things as reassuring as a homeowner than having a plumber that you can count on. But they don't just service my area, they service yours as well. From everyday plumbing fixes to major renovations, the experienced team at Gomez Plumbing is ready to get the job done right the first time. And when you call, Haley or Kimmy are going to be there to help, making sure that you have all of your needs met with friendly, personal service every step of the way. True name that Central Florida has trusted for generations. Schedule your next service with Gomez Plumbing and let that stress wash away.
The roadways are starting to get busy, and so are emergency crews, clearing up a couple accidents around the area on Colonial Drive westbound at Lake Pickett Road, on the ramp from Florida's Turnpike southbound to Colonial Drive, I-4 westbound at the Beach Line. That's off to the shoulder now. Look out for emergency crews on the roadways, and if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Burger King. Burger King has been working on the Whopper, and thanks to you, it's never tasted better. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce, and a perfectly toasted bun. Whether it's been weeks or years, come try the Whopper again for only $3.99 on Whopper Wednesday. Terms apply. Visit bk.com/terms.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace, what's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by Meta over rebounds, under assists, method of first basket, free throw, Peace.
Huh, so you really can same game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
I've been talking about Better Edge for years prior to prediction markets flooding the landscape. So who do you think the real innovators were? Greg and James aren't billionaires who hide behind computer screens. They're market disruptors, and they've created a product that actually helps sports bettors get down wagers and succeed at a higher rate. Your friends might not care about the best price in the market, but you should. It's the only way to be successful long term. And having Better Edge as part of your portfolio is the sharpest bet you can make today. Go to betteredge.com today to learn more.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/music. Ethos.com/music. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bad calls change games. In sport, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-556-50. Visit TreyFlynn.com.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
American soccer is about to explode. The World Cup is coming. Ramos sending on the running score. I'm Tab Ramos.
I'm Tom Boat. On our podcast, Inside American Soccer, you'll get the real storylines, the biggest decisions, and the truth about the U.S. national team.
It wouldn't be a huge surprise if our team ends up in the quarterfinals or potentially a great run into the semifinals.
Open your free iHeart Radio app, search Inside American Soccer, Listen now.
969thegame.com.
Okay, fellas, let's be real. If your lady isn't herself lately, if she's tired, cranky, no interest in sex, you know it's not her fault. And if you're walking around with no energy and low sex drive, it's not just you getting older, it's your hormones, both of you. That's why I want to tell you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This is where couples go when they want to feel alive again. What separates this place from all the others is Dr. John Carrazella, an internationally acclaimed Yale-trained doctor who gave up his successful career as an orthopedic surgeon to focus on hormone health. He's helped thousands of couples get back to feeling sharp, sexy, and actually excited to be around each other again. And fellas, trust me, when she starts feeling better, everything changes for both of you. Mention my name and get $50 off a new patient consultation or 10% off any service or product. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell him Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Time to rage here on Game On. You can rage as well. Your shot at Orlando Storm tickets. If you leave us a talk back, go ahead and hit that button on top of the iHeart app. That is your invite from us to rant and rave about anything that we discuss, or you can throw some fresh ideas in there if you need some motivation. How about the dumbest thing you've ever done in pursuit of love? Mike, I have a rage against a team owner in sports. I would like to take back something that I said on Monday's show. I know it's only Wednesday and it's been 48 hours.
Yeah.
I gave credit to the Portland Trail Blazers because I thought they were making a decision of eliminating free T-shirts to save the planet. Okay, it's Earth Day today. Happy Earth Day to all. I thought that's what they were doing, but it turns out they're just cheap. The Oregonian has reported that Tom Dundon, who owns the team now, wants to pay in the range of $1 million per year for a head coach. That, by the way, is not the going rate for a head coach in the NBA. His goal, according to the report, is to run the organization more efficiently, and it's not just about how he's paying the coaching position. The Blazers also did not bring any of their two-way players on the road for the playoffs, which is something that no other team elected to do. So they're the only team that didn't do it. They have
excess baggage.
They have cut.
Why would you bring excess baggage and have to pay for them to stay in the Ritz-Carlton with these teams?
Because everybody else does it. That's the reason why.
Okay.
So cutting, and that's not even the biggest one, because I kind of agree with that, just like I agree with the T-shirts. Cutting back on complimentary tickets to home playoff games for support staff. So staffers not getting the tickets that they used to so that he can sell more of them. And Blazers staffers, this is the one that really, really is, that puts you over the top. Blazers staffers were asked to check out of their Phoenix hotel room hours before the team bus was ready to leave so that they would avoid late checkout fees. So when you add all of that up and then hear about the T-shirts, he's being a big cheapo.
You missed one. They have two mascots. All right. He's talking about firing one of the mascots because he doesn't think they need two mascots, which he's probably right. But how much is a mascot cost? Huh?
Mascots make pretty good money. You know, when I read this morning, I was upset about it. I said, the Rage Cage segment, I'm going to go off on this guy. And I was wrong to support him with the free T-shirts. But the more I look at this list, and now I've learned about this mascot thing, he's right. I think he's right across the board. You're a staffer at the team hotel? Get your lazy butt up and go. No, the team bus isn't ready yet. Who cares? Go to Starbucks. Okay?
Go
Why
sit
does
in
the
the
team have
lobby
to-
like go sit in the lobby like the rest of us?
What? I'm the team owner. I'm going to pay for late fees because our bus isn't ready yet? Get out of here. Go get lunch. I gave you per diem.
That brings me to my rage. I wish this guy was in charge of college athletic programs. This Tom Dundon. By the way, Tom Dundon is the same guy. He owns the Carolina Hurricanes of the NHL.
Yeah, apparently he did the same thing there. He cut broadcasters and all of that stuff, but he turned the team around.
He's the same guy who the Alliance of American Football, the Orlando Apollos, and that fateful half a season. He's the guy that came in. Remember when they ran out of money and he came in and he was going to sort of bail them out? And then he looked at the finances and said, "The hell with that. I ain't bailing this out." And that's when the league folded. So, yeah.
He's the definition of a billionaire that is a billionaire because he doesn't waste a single dollar in his life.
Right. And I wish he was in charge of college athletics because this is what I want to rage about. So, and good for the Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear. All right. He's publicly called out the University of Kentucky. So their athletic director at Kentucky, Mitch Barnhart, all right, he just retired, all right? Well, when he retired, the school president gave him a $1 million a year job as the executive in residence for the UK Sport and Workforce Initiative, all right? So this guy retires as the AD, and he gets this nebulous job for $1 million a year to essentially do nothing, all right? To do nothing. And the governor says, what in the hell are we spending our money on? This guy just retired, and we're giving him a cushy $1 million a year job. I think college athletics and state governments need to absolutely do investigations on how colleges and athletic programs spend their money. I mean, forget the coaching buyouts and all of that with Mike Norvell. Just the fact that they're giving, and the Gators have done it too. Jeremy Foley, love my boy Jeremy Foley, but he got a cushy little parachute. In fact, I think he's still making money at Florida.
Yeah, it's called auditing, and everyone who runs any sort of business should do that regularly. I started off ranting against Tom Dundon. I couldn't be more on this guy's side as I finished the rant and then listen to your detail of what's going on at the University of Kentucky. If I owned a business, the first thing I would do is I would look at everyone's roles and I would go, do we have two people doing the job that one person can do? And if they said, yeah, I'd be like, okay, well, the other person can go now. And that's a mascot. What the hell do you need two mascots? There are several teams in sports that have multiple mascots. Total waste of time. Which, by the way, you know who one of them is? Florida. Florida has two mascots. They have a male and a female alligator.
Albert, no, you can't get rid of Alberta or Albert.
Save money. Get a divorce. Up next.
They're students. They're students. They don't make money.
That's true. It's a midweek mic'd up. We have got loads of goodies to get to right after this.
Man, I gotta have it. It's a one of a kind. Now I'm going once, going twice. I'm sold to Bianchi on the radio show. 96.9 on the dial. I know him and BK won't tell you no lies. Man, I just love those Orlando guys. So, game on the radio.
I am just in love, and I've got to scream it from the rooftops with my brand new garage door from Dynamic Garage. My God, this thing, when it closes, you know that typical sound that a garage door makes? That's not what mine sounds like. Mine purrs like a kitten on the way down. It is so great. I can connect it to my phone and close the garage with an app. I have a camera in it. This is like top-notch stuff. And that's just the plush novelties that come with it. Really what I'm interested in are the dynamics that Dynamic Garage Door are able to layer in with their customer service, what they do mechanically, what they're able to provide you in terms of the comfort and sensibility as a homeowner. I had somebody from the city of Longwood come to my house today because of Dynamic Garage who did an inspection, a city inspection on my garage. I promise you that most garage companies do not go that extra mile to make sure that what they did, their craftsmen, their work, all of that is done at the top level. Call Darren and Jackie today, and you, like me, can experience the difference that local service makes. Dynamic Garage Doors, strong, reliable, family owned.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, keeping it real. Let's be honest about something. In Florida, air conditioning isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. That's why having an AC company you trust is just as important as having a car mechanic you trust. For my home, that company is Ziegler Air Conditioning. Jason and his crew just celebrated 40 years of cooling Central Florida, and their maintenance program is second to none. They perform a detailed 25-point system check, clean the drain lines, change the filters, lubricate every moving part, and make sure everything is running efficiently before the hot season really kicks in. And here's something else I really like. Their technicians aren't paid commissions. That means they're not trying to upsell you on something you don't need. They're paid well to do good, honest work, period. That's the kind of company you want taking care of something as important as your AC. So give them a call at 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each. $30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
There's a new kind of energy at Starbucks. When your day needs a reset, try the all-new energy refreshers. Strawberry acai, mango dragon fruit, or the all-new mango strawberry. The refreshers you love, now with extra caffeine. New energy refreshers only at Starbucks.
We talk a lot about the diamonds at International Diamond Center. But did you know that over half of our showroom is dedicated to fashion jewelry, earrings, bracelets, bands, pendants, rings?
A woman comes in, it might not be her statement piece that she wears every day, but for a night out with friends, she wants to find that piece that truly shows her character and her taste.
IDC's Ryan McMahon says he loves seeing women come in and treat themselves.
And they deserve it. Every lady should have multiple pieces of jewelry that make her feel confident and happy when she wears it.
Colored gemstones, mixed metal styles, stackable pieces, bold looks, IDC has it all from the world's premier designers.
Our fashion pieces, they don't just sit stagnant. They're constantly changing out. We always have our thumb on the pulse of the industry. When you come into one of our stores, you see all of the latest looks that you'll see on any TV program, magazine, you name it.
Find the perfect piece of jewelry for any occasion or no occasion at all at International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs Mall at Millennia and Waterford Lakes.
On any journey using Uber, it helps to know you're getting into the right car. PIN verification adds an extra step to make sure your ride is your ride. Before the trip begins, your app gives you a unique PIN. Just tell it to your driver, and they'll enter it in their app before the ride can start.
Hey, what's your PIN?
2538.
That way, you know you're in the right car taking the right trip, and your driver knows you're the right passenger. Make sure your ride is your ride with PIN verification from Uber. One more way Uber is putting safety at every turn. Learn more on the Uber app.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya, guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
True Green, the easiest way to get a golf course quality lawn. Don't wait. Sign up at TrueGreen.com and get your first application for $9.95. True Green, the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour. Let the pros do the work so you can enjoy your weekend. Restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Magic will try to stun the East top seed again tonight. Orlando visits the Pistons for Game 2 after that upset in the opener on Sunday. Reigning NBA MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is adding Clutch Player of the Year to his trophy case for his late-game heroics, and Orlando City SC, they'll ride a 4-match winless streak in MLS play into tonight's match against Charlotte. Lions are last in the East. I'm Scott Davidson.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Allstate.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
You deserve a break to get away from it all. And 101.1 WJRR is giving you the chance to win it. Imagine jetting off to Jamaica. Jamaica. It's beaches, it's mountains, lively, yet laid back, luxurious, and adventurous. A vibe, a vacation, a worry-free destination. Listen on our free iHeart Radio app. Set us as your number one preset and tap the contest tab for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night, all-inclusive vacation to any Sandals or Beaches resort in Jamaica. Including round-trip airfare from 101.1 WJRR.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeart Radio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Burton Smart Home and Security Systems. Hey, Gameheads, would you trust your team's defense to a bunch of guys who were watching YouTube before kickoff? So why would you trust your family's safety to a do-it-yourself security kit? That's why I went with Burton Smart Home and Security Systems. They're locally owned. They've been protecting Central Florida homes for 25 years. They gave me the works, came out and evaluated my home, built a custom system, cameras, sensors, monitoring, and I control everything from my phone right now. You can get a free doorbell camera with their video package. Call 407-349-4040. That's 407-349-4040, or visit bhssecurity.com and tell them the Bulldog sent you. All right, let's start mic'd up. Thomas Hout, the Gators basketball star who announced yesterday that he's coming back to Florida and foregoing the chance to be an NBA lottery pick. He was on ESPN last night, and here's what he had to say.
After that Iowa game, it didn't end the way I wanted it to, and I was definitely a little mad after that. And I knew that wasn't the way I wanted to go out wearing the orange and blue. I want to represent my school, and I want to get back to that highest level like we did my sophomore years. Like, I let my agent and all my people handle that. I think my dad did a great job of that this year. But for me, it's not really about that. Like, I'm not a money kind of guy like that. Like, I love wearing the orange and blue, and I want to represent my school, and I want to go back out there and get another championship under Coach Golden and play with my guys for one more year. I'm out here in LA right now working out with Kondo. He's literally in the other room right now. Came here a couple weeks ago, and we're just out here grinding, getting ready for the next season. But it's definitely a big thing. I think he was definitely on me a little bit about it. And then everybody else is texting me, what are you doing? What are you doing? I actually, after the season, I went to Hawaii. I turned my phone off a little bit. I need to decompress a little bit, go fishing a little bit, enjoy some of the sun. But when I got back here, I knew where my heart was, and I knew the decision I wanted to make.
In Hawaii during the offseason. That's how That's how college basketball players now spend their offseason. They fly to Hawaii with their NIL money, but he's saying, hey, it's not about the money, Krabby Krabs. He just wanted to come back to help Florida try to win another national championship. Are you buying it? It's not about the money. He's not chasing the check.
Well, yeah, I do buy it. It's not about the money because he's not worried about money because he's rich. He's vacationing in Hawaii. I mean, yeah, there are those that get money and then just want more and more and more immediately as fast as they possibly can. But there's also a great comfort in already having it. And I think that is the beauty of NIL for these athletes is that it does afford them the ability to make these decisions without being financially stupid. I think in the past, it would be foolish to even make that call when you are making nothing and you have a chance to make millions to go back for a season when it's sports. You risk injury. Look what happened to Mackenzie Milton. There are enough stories out there, even if it's a low percentage chance. Why even risk it? Well, now, I mean, if you had a career-threatening injury, he's got like $5 million in the bank? Like, there are worse places to be in life. So I think it affords a lot of freedom.
Plus, if he were the 14th pick in the NBA draft, he'd make about $5 million a year. Reports are he's making about $7 million at Florida coming up this year. So do the math. You get $2 million more, it's worth it, right? $2 million. Would you like to have an extra $2 million, Kravitz, in your bank account?
Yeah, I think the argument towards the NBA, if you're talking about the finances of it, is that you don't just get a 1-year deal. It's a multi-year, fully guaranteed contract. Right. And that's not the case at Florida where it's more year to year. But the idea is that, okay, well, that money's still going to be there whenever I come out, as long as everything goes right.
Speaking of the Gators, here's former Gator and Orlando native Chandler Parsons on FanDuel Sports Network talking about the future of Billy Donovan.
Billy Donovan out in Chicago as the Bulls coach. And now I wonder, where do we think he goes? Is he done? Does he take a hiatus?
I don't think he has finished coaching in the NBA. And I think obviously the hot take here is that Jamal Mosley might be out in Orlando. And that's a job that he's verbally taken before in the past. He's got ties to Florida, obviously, with being the coach of the Gators. He's got a house there. So that sounds like that could be a possibility.
Sounds like that could be a possibility. He went on to say in that clip that he doesn't think Jamal Mosley should lose his job, but he thinks if he does, Billy Donovan will get the Magic job. Would you be excited about Billy Donovan? I don't think Jamal Mosley should lose his job either, even if the Magic lose this series 4-1. But he probably will if they lose the series 4-1, but I don't think he should. Would you be excited about Billy Donovan?
I probably should be, but no, I don't think excited. I think it would be solid. I definitely wouldn't rip the move if that was the direction that they went, but it's hard to be excited about somebody that you've seen just be mediocre for years and years now. It's a great name, but it feels like an old name, and I think this is more a young man's job. You look at some of the coaches that are really succeeding in the NBA, a lot of them feel young and fresh, and I don't look at Billy Donovan that way.
Joe Mazzulla has certainly been a success in the NBA. Here's him talking about entitlement in college and the NBA.
Being a Division I basketball player, you grow up with this sense of entitlement as if the whole world revolves around you. And I had to inherently, if I wanted to be a better husband, a better father, a better coach, I had to get rid of that type of entitlement. But I would say going through life as a student athlete, kind of think it's all about you. In reality, it's not. So I had to surrender to that. And something way bigger to me in sports, the world, and life. So that's important.
By the way, Joe Mazzulla, who would have thought that when Ime Udoka got fired in Boston and Joe Mazzulla was appointed as the interim coach, he would actually be the better coach, Krabs.
Yeah, because it felt like Ime Udoka was the it guy in the NBA that was a surgeon in terms of what he did at the coaching position. He was given a lot of credit for the success that the Celtics had, and maybe he deserved it, but Joe Mazzulla is not only just as good, he has been better. And this year was a masterclass by him. By the way, that's a phenomenal quote. I read a book this past summer, not trying to brag or anything, called Ego is the Enemy from Ryan Holiday. It's about you're making sure your ego doesn't go unchecked, which can be difficult in this industry. It's one of the best books. If you like the self-help variety, but not in like a cheesy kind of way, I think it's a really good book. And it is essentially that clip, but in book form. It's really good.
UCF Athletic Director Terry Mahajer has a great quote he always says, and it is this: ego's not your amigo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I think that we do need to cultivate more humility within ourselves. Self-awareness, I think, is one of the most underrated qualities that any of us can have. And if you don't check on that yourself, nobody's going to do it for you.
All right, last one. Fernando Mendoza talking about not being in Pittsburgh for the NFL draft, where he is presumably going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Pittsburgh is a great opportunity, and it's a great venue. And I'm really excited to see all the guys, or most of the guys, walk across the stage on Thursday night. It's be a dream for a lot of guys. However, my mom really wanted to do it at home, and so do my parents. It's a lot easier for us, especially with the family situation, and I have to hop on a plane the next morning anyways. And for that travel, it'd be a lot easier to stay at home. I wanted to stay and make the memory with everybody who poured into my football journey. Mentors, coaches, family, friends. You want to share that moment with all of them is going to be the best memory that I can make, rather than limiting it to 10 or 12 people in Pittsburgh, which is going to be great. And I still want to be the best league partner I can become, and make sure that there's how many cameras that ESPN wants there, or whatever they need from me, I will do. However, I think it's very important to start off this journey with everyone who's gotten me to this point.
That's sort of admirable. When I hear him explain it, I mean, you want everybody there who helped you, not just, your mom and dad and a few of your coaches. You want everybody there to celebrate.
I think.
What's the matter with that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously he comes from a strong family. There's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with what he said. I agree with you. I find it admirable in the way that he described it. It's part of what's going to make him a great leader when he gets to the NFL. I think this has a lot more to do with his mom. I think it's probably very difficult for her to travel. She's wheelchair bound. That can't be easy. So right. I think he's protecting his mom. And then he's using more of an explanation than is even what he needed as far as the motivation to just do it at home. But
I don't know. I think the NFL would probably have flown his mom up on a private jet and had escorted her to the draft.
Maybe we don't know that.
It's a pretty big show. It's a pretty big showcase for them. I think they would. It's a pretty big deal, the NFL draft. So I think they would have done that.
This NFL draft is going to be huge, I tell you. It's going to be huge. Up next, we get back to your texts, your talkbacks from the first couple hours of the show. Go ahead and hit us up. We'll get to those next.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
All right, imagine this dream scenario. You've found the perfect home. You finally got it. You want to move in right away, but you are bound to the house that you already have. Well, no stress, no worries. That's what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program is all about. You can buy your new home now, put all of your energy and time investment into that, and then sell the old one at a later date. And I wish this was something that I knew about when my wife and I moved out to Longwood 2 years ago. Orchard gives you the cash so that you can buy your home, your new home, do that first on your timeline. No waitings, no showings, no double moves. And that is the hardest part, is trying to thread that needle. With Orchard, their experts make that process seamless. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. If you're ready to find out how much your home is worth, how much you're working with, go to orchard.com, get your free home valuation today. That's orchard.com, your first move towards your new home.
Sports fans, it's the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, and as you know, I've been in some big venues in my life, but let me tell you something. The showroom at Aggressive Appliances, it's the Yankee Stadium of showrooms. 2 massive galleries, live kitchens, real appliances running. You don't stroll past boxes and hope for the best. You step into the big leagues. You want to hear that dishwasher just to make sure it won't wake up the whole house at midnight? Done. Want to feel how fast that oven preheats? Done. Want to taste ice from the fridge? Done. Try doing that at a big box warehouse. At Aggressive Appliances, you work one-on-one with seasoned pros, not somebody covering the paint aisle yesterday and refrigerators today. They know what fits your remodel, your decor, and your life. And when you buy, they deliver, they install, and they service it all in-house. No third parties, no call the manufacturer, just service. Don't shop passive, shop aggressive. Check them out at aggressiveappliances.com. That's aggressiveappliances.com.
Traffic's backed up due to an accident on the ramp from Redbug Lake Road to the Greenway northbound. It's stop and go westbound on I-4 past Lake Mary due to an accident. That's off to the shoulder. That crash has been cleared on the ramp from I-4 westbound at Darrell Carter Parkway. You won't be running into any trouble there. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Burger King. Burger King has been working on the Whopper, and thanks to you, it's never tasted better. Flame grilled beef, crisp produce, and a perfectly toasted bun. Whether it's been weeks or years, come try the Whopper again for only $3.99 on Whopper Wednesday. Terms apply. Visit bk.com/terms.
It's demo days at Tractor Supply. Bad Boy, Cub Cadet, and Toro. Drive and compare them. Plus, get flexible financing with a TSC credit card. Demo days at Tractor Supply, Saturday and Sunday, April 25th and 26th from 10 to 4.
Grab your gear, Central Florida. It's truck month at Don Mealy Chevrolet. Right now, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado RST. We're talking that powerful 3-liter diesel engine that's built to work as hard as you do. Looking for the ultimate family ride? Go electric in a new Chevy Equinox EV and save over $15,000. Plus, you'll never pay for a gallon of gas again. Seriously. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont today or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Listen to 96.9 The Game in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game on iHeart Radio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
I just got another NBA offer from Hard Rock Bet.
A Hard Rock Bet promo at the Hard Rock Bet Party? That is so meta.
That's not meta. That's Meta World Peace. Meta. Tell them about Hard Rock Bet.
Hard Rock Bet has it all. Live odds for every NBA game, every player prop, same game parlays, you name it. It's the only place I play these days.
Okay, now that is meta.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
I don't know about you, but I can't stand when I see creepy crawlies all over my house. That's why I have to have a pest control provider that doesn't just treat the pest problem, they solve it. You can keep your home protected from the bugs all year long. Get yourself a termite bond while you're at it. Tell them that Brandon Kravitz and Mike Bianchi from Game On sent you by. Get 10% off of your initial service. Burn Pest is a family-run operation right here in our backyard in Central Florida. Go and find them online easily, and don't stress about these pests anymore. It's burnpests.com.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Keep your career moving forward with growth opportunities, great pay and benefits, and one of the country's top workplaces. Go to careers.progressive.com and apply today.
Follow The Game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Got something to say?
Love you.
Well, just tap the red talkback mic on the free iHeart Radio app.
Let's go.
Requests, contests, or just to say hi.
Hey, this is Heather.
Get your voice on the air fast.
I got the windows rolled down, the moonroof open.
Open the iHeart Radio app and try it now.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
You deserve a break to get away from it all. And 101.1 WJRR is giving you the chance to win it. Imagine jetting off to Jamaica. Jamaica. It's beaches, it's mountains, lively, yet laid back, luxurious, and adventurous. A vibe, a vacation, a worry-free destination. Listen on our free iHeart Radio app. Set us as your number one preset and tap the contest tab for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night, all-inclusive vacation to any Sandals or Beaches resort in Jamaica. From 101.1 WJRR.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Now, if you love golf like I do, this place is special. Mission Resort is home to 2 championship courses. I love El Campeon, the Champion, founded in 1917 and one of the most historic and challenging courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But listen, it's not just about golf. We're talking tennis, pickleball, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or grab an incredible meal at one of their on-site restaurants. And coming up, don't miss their Mother's Day grand brunch buffet. Chef carving stations, made-to-order omelets, fresh seafood, incredible entrees, and a dessert spread that will blow you away. Oh, I'm already hungry. For brunch reservations, hotel stays, and tea times, visit missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Jonathan Isaac of the Orlando Magic. Way to rebound from that commercial break, guys. Now back to Bianchi and Kravitz.
Big sight. New. Hey.
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to understand, how desperate Detroit's going to come out and be, how physical they're going to be. They, want to protect their home court, of course, and it's our job to come in here and get the job done.
He is right about that. That was Desmond Bain talking about the intensity that we are about to see from the Pistons tonight, this magic moment. Brought to you by IBEW Local 606, proud to serve electrical workers across Central Florida, providing its members a supportive community, training, valuable benefits, and advancement opportunities. Boy, Mike, the Magic have advancement opportunities tonight. If they beat the Pistons in Game 2, it is wheels up to the max. I can't even imagine the Magic losing this series if they steal another one, which, by the way, I'm not expecting tonight. I will be pleasantly surprised I expect them to keep it close. Talked to Nick Whalen about this earlier in the show. I agree with his assessment. I think this will be a close game. The Pistons probably get out to a pretty strong start. But I like the way the Magic match up. How do you see tonight playing out?
I think the Magic have a really good chance of winning. I'll go out on a limb. I think they will win tonight. But let me just play devil's advocate. What happens if the Magic get boat race tonight? Is it back to life, back to reality?
It's a good question. I'm going to ask you that exact question during Bet It or Forget It. I already had that one in the back pocket, so great minds thinking alike in this particular situation. If they get blown out tonight, I don't think it's back to life, back to reality, because you still stole one in Detroit. You're still coming back home, series tied. If they get blown out 2 games in a row, that's back to life, back to reality. But
by the way, later in the show, I'm going to tell you the dumbest thing I ever did.
Yes, please.
For love.
I'm dying over here.
I almost got shot with a gun one time. But I'll tell you about it later in the show.
Oh, man, that's why I don't love the prospects of your love life. But what I do love are the prospects that are hitting the draft board tomorrow night in the NFL draft. We are going to chat with Bradley Locker from Pro Football Focus about the top prospects in the draft, some guys inside of the state that are moving on up that board. We'll get to that in 60 seconds right after this Fox Sports Update.